Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of my tutorial covering the Immersive Portals mod. Last time we went over how making portals with the portal helper frames, I picked them out of my hotbar, but this is the block, creates 8 parts. This time we're going to look into how to create portals where we settle for just having one portal with 2 parts at a time. We're gonna go into commands a bit now. So I hope you're not scared of typing things in the chat window. But it's the best way to make portals when you get some control of what you do. There's alternatives to this. All these parts here, these sticks, are shorthands for writing commands using the chat function. You can actually see the command in orange text here. But just knowing that these are here is a really practical thing to know. And that's also a good way to just get a hint of all the crazy stuff you can do with all these portals. But first off, the most important tool to know is eradicate portal cluster. That's the command name. If you hold this and look to a portal like a tiny one between the glass frames here, you can just right click and all 4 portals that is made with the helpers will get erased, so you don't have to look at them anymore. That's very useful if you made a mistake and feel like, at this time it's easier to just start over. I already highlighted a bit that if you don't place blocks, that enables you to see where your portals are. Like I could remove all these blocks and we would have floating portals. Those are especially difficult to see if they're hanging up in the air near a blue sky. There's a different trick you can do. You might have known it if you have searched for animals before. I think I've disabled those here. No, there's a pig over here. If you hold down F3 and press B, you can see a rectangle, a hitbox around all the animals. A curiosity about this is that portals will have the same outline like this. That's a good trick to know where portals are if you accidentally miss them or can't see them anymore. I'll disable this again, but it's good to know that it's here. Now let's make some portals already. There are 2 ways, there are 2 steps with the process of making portals. First step is to actually make them. The next step is to adjust where they are. Spruce locks, that's fine. So I'll just make a very simple frame right here. There's some dirt here. Sorry for spending a little while fixing holes here. Let's say that I actually want the exit of this frame I'm preparing here to come out here. That's a good place to put it, because this will enable us to learn some more tricks about how do we actually control exactly where we want these portals to be. So first off, how do we make it? It's a very simple way. If you know that your portal is going to be in the immediate vicinity, is to write this command here. First off, it's something like portal. And then there's a lot of commands. What we want is to make a portal. Also, in case you don't know, if there's some suggestions here, you can press the arrow keys to see them. And if you're highlighting the suggestion that you know is the one you want, you can press your tab key next to Q and complete that part of the command. Next part of, so what do we need to tell this portal to make it? What we want here is a number. I am actually annoyed as to why it only tells you what it doesn't want, but what it does want is a number. Width, I'm going with 1, and it needs another number for height. And we also need destination. Um, you might know what the overworld, the end, and the nether is. There's some other finicky stuff available in Immersive Portals. We'll talk about this a bit later, but for now, we want this portal to go to the overworld. But already now, I guess you can see it does not have to. So, selecting the overworld one, click tab to finalize. There's two ways to go about it. You can specify exact coordinates, and I have a tip to help with that. But for the time being, I will say shift. Shift will say that the exit should just be straight ahead. And I'm giving it a value of, I don't know, 5. There we go. Might be hard to see that it works, but if you look down, you can see that the exit block is definitely wrong. Just to help yourself, I'm advising you to place a blue piece of wool where it exits. Just so you know where it goes at this time. And you can always find the entrance with these here. You can also maybe make some blocks near the sides here. It doesn't really matter too much. And of course we can walk through. And we can also build through. That's a special function of these portals. I don't think we've done it before. But an interesting part of these portals now is that once we go behind here, when we look through, it seems like there's nothing. And that's because there actually isn't. Likewise, going here, everything looks normal. Seems like there isn't anything because there actually isn't. Also here, just to see, there's nothing here. So compared to this section over here where we were able to go through from any colored row to specific other colored rows, over here it seems like even though there's 2 positions right now, the only valid place to go from is from this side to this side. That's a good way to control exactly where you want portals to be, because your game will actually lag if you place too many. So if you can, try to not use more portals than you actually need to. It's going to help you a lot. But okay, sure, so we made a portal and we know where it goes, but that's not the right place, right? Our goal was to place it over here. So there's 2 steps to that. We need to rotate it, and we also need to move it. Those are some fairly advanced techniques. I'm wondering if there's command sticks for this. I'll just look a bit. Rotate portal along. Oh yeah, it seems like there is. There's these rotate portal rotations along. There's also rotate. There's 2 ways to rotate. We'll talk about the difference sometime later. Usually, you want the rotate portal rotation along some axis. Also, you might want to move the portal. Or move the portal destination. First up, let's talk rotation. That's the easiest one. You can use these sticks here. But which one will you use? Well, I have a trick to know. All of these says 1 and then in another line 5. And what it means is 15 degrees, like it says in the title. So let's just to try. Let's say that you want to see if this rotation was the right one. Oh, it tilts over. You can keep clicking. You can keep rotating. You can even go upside down. But if you keep clicking, you can come back to the initial rotation again. So don't worry about trying something that's wrong, because you can undo it, and you can really make some messy stuff with this. But what we want is the Y direction. You can actually, if you press F3, you can see that there's a colored figure at the cursor, and I don't even know exactly if there's a good trick to know which of these colors at the cursor corresponds to which angle, but you will learn it as you go along. Worst comes to worst. Rotating along the y-axis, seeing like this, we can see that, oh, we're actually in a bit better position to have the rotation match up with what we actually want. If I want to exit over there near the spruce planks, and if we walk through, it almost looks right, but it's not quite right yet. We can fix this exit part here so it matches up with what we see. Sounds good. That's the rotation part. You can write this using commands, and let's say that I wanted to do that. I would do portal, and it's rotate portal. There's the rotation, there's the body. You should always choose rotate along. I have never ever used those rotate commands which doesn't use the along word. There might be usages for rotate portals around, but using along, at least for my brain, is the simpler part. And it's almost always the portal rotation you want, not the portal body. But we'll explore that a bit later. Rotation along, and we figured out y was the correct direction. What if I say like 90 degrees? Yeah, we're looking right back near where we started. Rotating 90, we can see out near the jungle. 90 again, we're back to the direction the portal first started in. 90 again, back where we actually wanted to go. You can, and remember, you can see all these commands if you highlight what the sticks do. And please don't be afraid to use them. The next change to the exit we want is that we want this portal to go ahead. And also a bit up, I guess. Let's start with the upwards direction. If everything goes well, this floor here should match up with this height here, which is going to be the new floor. What you can do is to move the portal. I'm going to use quote marks forwards in terms of a direction you're looking. I am betting there's a command stick for this. Let me just look for it a bit. Here, move portal forwards, backwards, portal destination, forwards, backward. We want the destination to move. So let me just grab both sticks. They're nice to have. You can also use commands to do this. Sticks are the simplest way. So move it front. Oh no, that was bad. Looking downwards and moving back means moving up again. There we go. The height looks correct now, doesn't it? We should be able to remove this and see that this height here is the right way we want it to. Let me just explore a bit what happens. If we look down and use the back one, we will go up a bit with the exit. If we look down and use the front move, we'll go down again. If we want to translate or shift to the side, we can do it like this. If we want to go back, be careful not to enter it. You can stand close by and look sideways and move it back like this. If we wanted to move, well, that's it. We can also move it backwards and forwards. And this is the last step we need. So I can just keep clicking with the forwards one. And oh no, I accidentally moved too far. Just look straight ahead and click the back one. Oh, right here. That looks exactly like what I want. So now, these portals here, or these purple blocks, we can remove them and be happy with the end result. Now we have one portal going from the oaken side to the spruce side, exactly where we wanted it to go. There's another trick to this, because controlling these portals, what if you actually want, maybe not all four, but maybe two ways? What if what you wanted is the yellow, blue, and also back to yellow connection, right? That seems like a common use case. What you do is go to the portal that you actually have. Like there is a portal here near the spruce side. There is not actually a portal There's a portal near the oak side. There's not a portal near the spruce side. There are commands for this as well. Also command sticks. Let me remove those we have because we're done moving them around. What you could do, always, if you have too many and you don't want them at all, you can use this stick here. Remove connected portals. That means the portal will become one way and one faced. If you do it like here, nothing should happen because this is actually the state which this portal is now. It's one way, that means you can't go back through it. One faced means that you can come through it from this side, but you cannot come through it from this side. One way, one faced seems to highlight or allude to the fact that you can make it bi-way and bi-faced. Usually I don't want to make both of them at the same time, but this is the stick or the command to do it. You might want the bi-way stick, and you also might want the, where did it go? Isn't there a bi-faced stick? I didn't see it. Isn't it here? I know there's a command for it. I won't spend too much time looking for it. We'll have to do the bi-faced one by command. Let's try and do this right now. Doing the bi-faced, you would write portal complete bi-faced portal. Let's explore this. It looks like there's nothing else here. And we can walk through and see the yellow wool block going through the spruce side here. But what you can do is you can also now walk the other way and actually chase yourself in a circle. That is the bi-faced portal. That means you can go through this on either side, and you will then come out up here from either side. The big control thing about this is that once you've made a single portal and placed the exit exactly where you want it, only then should you actually complete these bi-faced or bi-way portals. Let's explore the bi-way one as well now. I used the remove connected portals command stick. And if we go to the back, we can see that this side here, there's no portal. It's just a normal walkway. It's only here where we can come through and see the wool block over there. Making the portals bi-way. There's a stick for it. I will show you the command on screen as well if you prefer to type it out. I sometimes do. If we complete this, we still can't walk through here. That's just a normal entryway. But from here, we can walk through and we can walk back again. So that even if I place, just to reassure that things look right, this is the spruce archway, this is the oaken archway, I'll place this block. We can see the yellow block here, and there's the blue block I placed. I can walk back to it like this. If ever you feel like that your portals are correct, but that they're not in the right positions, and you want to change this, be sure to either use the stick for eradicate the entire portal cluster. Don't just use delete, because that will only delete the one you're looking at. And if it's bi-way, you won't get the other end. If you eradicate the cluster, you will remove all of them. All of the ones which are bound together at any rate. This will affect these portals here. But say you mess up. Say you're using some sticks here. What was the move portal destination? Yeah, let's move it back a bit. Let's say that I'm right-clicking this and moving the destination back. I mean, it's a valid portal, right? But going through, we'll fall down now. Oh, it actually does move both ends. I guess that happens in a new update. It binds the portals together for you, even though there's still two. So I was about to explain away a problem that isn't a thing anymore. That's nice. Ah, where were they? Move the destination ahead again. Just so we get it back. Make the portal one way and one faced. Just so we can't get back. That's a good way to control all your portals. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. We talked a lot about some sticks and how you can type out the command yourself if you want to. Next time up, we'll talk about a different way, not as much to move the portal in place, but to generate it in the first place. And you actually sometimes need to use this way if you want to solve very specific problems. But that is another video for another time. Bye for now.